stay on custom. I was about to go to my custom. Yeah. The Heli, the Heliante, the California.
Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Jackets will put total leather to crank us up. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The give to the back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally tight.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Makes the catch. It's Smothers. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Pulls it in. It's Smothers.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Did you see that pick 6 that Dave got earlier?
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Going to look downfield again. Here's the pressure. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option
caught
away
that
from the
pick.
quarterback.
I mean, it should have been a pick in the first place, but this
nowhere
nigga drops it, comes down to the ground, and catches it off his backhand.
Third and long, and he'll try
Look
to
at
throw
that pick
for
you
it.
had earlier.
Near the
He dropped it, came down, hit his backhand, and nigga, come on, man.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away,
He did drop it initially.
check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks forward.
To the air on first down. Fires to the right. He's got it.
Oh, look at this.
And he slipped through the crowd and hit touchdown, Wolfpack.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit the guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. Got enough for the first. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. The Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today. But it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Breaking down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout. Look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, in college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacated area where he's at. Unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish.
Breaks the tackle. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
NC State to the line on 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive. Let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Always throw a pick, every single time.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some leads.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Past the first down marker and still running. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's King. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here.
Nope.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away.
Good. I'm gonna fucking go for it. Yep. All bets is off now.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ooh, boy.
The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. Oh, trickeration. He's throwing it.
This nigga actually got that shit.
He's got it for the
Bro.
first down.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices
One
going.
on
That
one,
gets
this nigga
everybody
fucking throws a
excited. You
fucking
work on
duck,
these fake
and so
punts
this dude
all
stops,
the time, but
and
you
I
don't
couldn't
call
control
them
my
all the
fucking
time.
guy.
But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the
Fucking
right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap into the up back, completing the pass.
On the ground, it's Maddox. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Got it behind the line. It's Rutherford. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier.
Decimals rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Kane. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And the Yellow Jackets will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly to the tight end.
How
about that defense rising up
and
and
like
stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Got enough for the 1st. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball again.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. He kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Intercepted for the 11th time. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, North Carolina State. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They've got the lead, trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Y'all got JJ, didn't you?
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Looking for a man. It's King. Under fire.
Oh, that's safety. No, it's not.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got the quick pass.
What a box of
And
scraps.
good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field, and don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna let it fly.
Oh,
Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
a Magic City discount. This is crazy.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying play action. He'll take the deep shot. Snags it up at 30, still running. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Makes the grab. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
He wants to throw it again. Caught in the backfield. It's Smothers. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Where's this already? Okay.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I mean,
that's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
The defense snuffed out any attempt to move forward on the last play, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. Oh, they're after him! And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State.
They got a
love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Who? Murray, who?
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive.
What's they gonna try to fucking do their thing?
Using his legs and his back.
Use it in the structure of offense.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for
you know what Kyler Murray would be good at?
You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down.
He's a better version of
football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
There's like literally no quarterback in the league I would pick.
Fires to the tight end. We got a timeout.
I mean, Jalen Hurts, I wouldn't pick any quarterback. I wouldn't pick Jalen Hurts over any quarterback.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Looking to throw, it's King. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Using the quick game. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry up. On the move. Still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run play action. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. With more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
Little surprised to see them line up for an onside kick here. Down 2 possessions, but a lot of time to play. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Man, kick the onside kick right before half. Look at, I'm about to be in full. It's a long ass field goal over there.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
I'm about to run a play.
Give to the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Another nigga came
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Kane. Hauls it in. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer.
Wow. No, you fucking do that. Doesn't want to stop you.
His own number. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Find some fresh air. He's got some space.
Man.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there in the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen right in behind them.
Tight end trying to get in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll leave it with the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for room. It's Scott.
Let me see.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not really times in Warren Reese where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Got a little space. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, don't get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Here comes the offense on second down.
Head first in my safety.
To the air, it's King. Caught close to the marker, it's Rivers. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was a...
Going for the big play.
Bro, this is getting the most bullshit one-on-one catches.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose.
That's all it's saving for. You just throwing it up and fucking jumping. knock it
This
down.
dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. On the ground, it's Smothers. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Buys a little time with his feet. Throws to the tight end. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. The play action fake. Moving out to the right. Puts it out of the air. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. He might want another play. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw.
Oh, this is coming.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Smothers. Tripped up for the tackle. We reach the break. It's NC State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
We've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To throw, it's King. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. Turning on the Jets. Inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Grab behind the line, it's Haynes. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
I want to know
I
who
want
the
to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next.
Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the route is on. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. On the run, deep down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Looking to throw, it's King. Got his man quick.
Even he stopped running. Even he stopped running.
They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, NC State.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. He picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took it.
Turning it on. Made a defender miss. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough.
Going over the top. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Looking to pass, it's King. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in finesse running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
Malachi Lemon.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to pass, it's Kane. Zips it out to his man. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Yellow Jackets in the hurry up. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Plows through the defense.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
I never see this dude all the time now.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20.
I knew it was white there.
Wants to throw. It's King. Trying to set up the screen. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
I know you're gonna buy. You have to fucking jump away.
It's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late.
Looking deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking for space, it's Smothers. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And they get it in the end zone for a safety, and that should wrap this one up tight.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck Stop. I gotta go. Yeah, see, they really did not fuck with me this year. I don't know what it was.
Back to throw, it's King. Bringing the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.